People tend to artificially divide consumption into so-called new and old consumption, or traditional and new consumption. I think Jeff Bezos once said something that makes a lot of sense. At Amazon, we chased after too many changes, but when it comes to the things that don't change, we haven't paid enough attention or given them enough joy. We've overlooked them. So, what exactly are these things that don't change? I think it's that ordinary people need good products and services. In other words, it's about the lifetime value of core users. Just now, Dr. Ma asked me why the companies I invest in seem so traditional. The truth is, it's because the essence of consumption in China and the market itself determines this. With a population of 1.4 billion, people need basic goods. That's why at Jiahua Investment, we invest in essential, high frequency needs. In daily life, people need basics: firewood, rice, oil, salt, soy sauce, vinegar, tea. These seven essentials each represent a trillion yuan industry and a huge market. Only in big markets can large companies emerge, and only from large companies can great businesses grow. The second point is entrepreneurs' growth is important. We also invest in entrepreneurs' confidence and development. Learning and personal growth are crucial. The main reason most entrepreneurs don't succeed is that their own abilities don't keep up with the pace of their company's development. On the surface, a company may seem to be growing rapidly, and that's usually because it has a lot of strength. It knows how to do marketing, build a brand, develop products that appeal to younger consumers, and use MCN multi-channel networks for deep brand penetration and rapid expansion. Creating brand buzz. These are the most popular strategies for new brands and new consumer products today. But as I just mentioned, if an internet celebrity brand wants to become a classic, to become timeless, just relying on these tactics is far from enough. Because when it comes to large scale consumer goods companies and brand driven companies, the ultimate competition is for consumers' minds. So, what is this competition really about? I categorize brand driven companies into three types. The first type is what we call a manufacturing brand, right? You just focus on production. And because the quality is excellent, the products naturally sell well. You can achieve good sales just based on that. The second type of brand could be called a retail brand. Maybe I'm extremely strong when it comes to distribution channels, and I know how to capture traffic and take advantage of market opportunities. I can quickly turn that surge of traffic into profit. And when it comes to acquiring new customers, retaining them, and converting them, especially in terms of repeat purchases, they actually do a pretty good job. There are a lot of channel driven advantages and many channel focused brands out there. But there's actually a third type that's really crucial. The third type of company is actually a high risk company. Like we said, these are the ones that have built a high level of trust with their users. They've truly developed a brand culture. Companies like Coca-Cola are examples of this, right? In fact, the president of Coca-Cola once said, "If you burn down all my factories, give me 6 months, and I'll build an entirely new Coca-Cola, maybe even stronger than before." So, the brand is the company's most important five-star asset. It's all about competing for a place in people's minds. That's why, when Chinese new consumer companies started to make a name for themselves, they actually did pretty well. But when it comes to production, R&D, distribution channels, and even user service, like building digital CRM systems, our advantages are mostly in channel dividends, supply chain benefits, and the efficiency of our supply chain and channels. But honestly, we still have a lot to catch up on in these areas. So, if you want to become a big company or a major brand in the long run, it's always your weaknesses that determine your limits. Your shortcomings decide how far you can go. They determine what areas you need to catch up on as your company grows quickly.